Hello everyone, welcome to Scratch tutorial. Today we are going to do this program where the background changes its color to the color of the ball the magic wand touches. Open your workspace. First step is to delete the default sprite on the screen. To remove the sprite, click here and it's gone. For this project, we need a magic wand and some balls as sprites. So click on the choose sprite icon and in the search bar I am going to type in wand. Here we have some options to choose from and I am going to choose the first one. Now go back to choose a sprite page and find the sprite named ball. Here it is added. Now what you can do is go back to the same page again and repeat the earlier step and add another ball to the project. Or you can right click here on the sprite and click on duplicate to create another ball. Now we have a magic wand and 3 balls in our project. I'm just arranging the sprites here. Make sure that you have selected the sprite ball. Next step is to click on the costumes tab up here. You can see different colored balls in this section. Orange, blue, pink, green and purple. I'm going to keep the first ball as orange color and change the name of the sprite as orange ball here. Now click on the second ball here and what I'm going to do is change the color of that ball to blue. To do that, click on the blue ball on the left hand side and as you can see the colors change to blue in the costume area as well as the project area. After that, rename that sprite to blue ball here. Go on and click on the third ball in the sprite area. I'm going to change the color of this ball to green. Just like the last time, click on the green costume and there you have your green ball. Go ahead and change the name of that sprite as green ball. Now all our sprites are in order. Go back to the code area and click on choose a backdrop icon here. Let's keep it simple. Choose this one, blue sky 2. Then click on the backdrops tab here on the left hand side. Now we have two backdrops here, the original plain one and the blue sky which we added now. Let's remove the original by clicking here. This is going to be our original sky for the project. Now select the backdrop by clicking here and right click and select duplicate to add another backdrop. We want 3 different colored skies here. So I'm going to add 2 more by duplicating the backdrop. Now let's change the color of each one of these backdrops to blue, green and orange. Let's start by selecting the second backdrop on the left hand side and click on the big blue image. You will know you have selected the image when the border lines change to bold blue lines and the fill area shows the color of the image. Next, click on the fill tab and there you have the color bar which lets you change the color. But since it is already blue, I'll adjust the saturation to a bit darker. Now, when I click here, I have my blue sky on the demo area. Now, let's change the next backdrop to green. Select the third backdrop and click on the image in there. Now click on fill button and select the color green. Now adjust the saturation and brightness to your liking. Now the green sky is ready. Repeat the steps for the last backdrop. Select the fourth backdrop and click on the image. Now select the fill button and select orange color. Now adjust the saturation and brightness to how you want it to appear. Now if you take a look, the name of the skies are a little messed up. So I'm going to keep the first one as blue sky too. I'm just going to leave it like that. Now the second one I'm going to change to blue sky, and the third one to green sky, and the last one to orange sky. So this is how I'm doing it. You can also change it in your code. And our different colored skies are ready now. Now head back to the code area and select the magic wand in the sprites. So we want our wand to go up, down, left and right when the up arrow, down arrow, left and right arrow keys are pressed. To do that, go to the code blocks, and the first step is to find the when key pressed block. Bring it to the workspace. Here you see it's when space key pressed. If you click on the drop down, you will find all the other keys listed here. Select up arrow here. Remember that this code is applicable to only the currently selected sprite, so make sure you have selected magic wand before you proceed. Now go to the code blocks and move 10 steps to the workspace. Before that, we need another block which is point in direction. After the when block, point in direction, and then comes move steps. On point in direction block, bring the needle upwards so that it reads 0. Now click on the block and the wand is pointing up. Test your code by clicking on the up arrow on your laptop and you will see that the wand is moving up. Now let's follow the same steps for the other arrow keys. Okay, to do that, I'm going to select this entire code block. Just click on the when block and the entire code block will be selected. And right click, select duplicate. Now you got another block of code which we created already. Now click on the drop down and choose down arrow, and on point in direction bring the needle down so that it reads 180. Now the code reads when down arrow key pressed, point in direction 180, move 10 steps. Now let's test your code by pressing the down arrow key, and you can see that the wand is moving downwards. So now your up arrow and down arrow keys are working. We are going to code the right and left arrow keys the same way. Click on the block and right click and select duplicate. Choose right arrow key on the when block and bring the needle to the right side so that it reads 90 on point in direction block. Now the wand moves to the right side. Again select the block and duplicate. This time choose left arrow and point in direction reads -90. And now the wand moves to the left when you click on the left arrow key. So the magic wand is moving up, down, right and left, and it is touching the balls, but nothing is happening. It's not changing the color. The background is not changing the color. Now we have to add the code to do that. For that, first bring when green flag clicked block into the workspace. We need forever block as we want it to happen throughout when the code runs. So bring the forever block and place it below the when block. Next, bring if then block and put it inside the forever block. Now remember, our program is when the magic wand is touching the balls, change the sky to the color of that particular ball, right? Here our condition is if touching blue ball, then change color backdrop to blue. So to do that, go to sensing and find touching mouse pointer block and place that block in the little hexagon area between if and then. Now click on drop down next to mouse pointer and select blue ball from there. So now this is blue ball. So we want the background to change into blue color, right? So to change the color of the sky, go back to the code area and look for the looks tab, and there find the switch backdrop block and bring it to the workspace. Place it in the if block. Now select blue sky by clicking the drop down. Okay, now repeat this code to change the sky to orange and green color. Go back to the control tab and bring if then block and place it inside the forever block. You can also duplicate the earlier block and change the parameters in there. What I mean by that is, bring the if then block from the main block to the outside here and right click and select duplicate the if then block. In the drop down, I am choosing orange ball and orange sky respectively. This way, you don't have to pick each code block every time. I am repeating this step once more by duplicating this block. Place it under the earlier block and now bring them all together. And this time it's going to be green ball and green sky in the drop down. Now place the entire block inside the forever block, and that's it. Now click on the green flag here and click on the arrow keys and check if your sky is changing its color according to the color of the ball it touches. So the last part of this program is to make the balls move. So now let's get to that. Okay, so now click on the orange ball sprite here. Select when green flag click block from the events tab, forever block from control tab, and move steps block from motion tab, and place it inside the forever block. Of course, we need if on edge bounce block from the motion tab to keep the ball rolling. Now repeat the same steps for the other two balls as well to keep them rolling. Select the blue ball sprite and add the code blocks just like we did for the orange ball. Next, select the green ball sprite and follow the same steps again. Now all the balls are moving in our project. You can add purple and pink balls to your project by duplicating one of the balls in the sprite area. Since we are duplicating the sprite whose code is already done to make the ball move, the new sprite will be created with the same codes. So you don't have to repeat those steps again. Just make sure to go to the costume area and select pink color and change the name of the ball to pink color. But you need to change the backdrop color too. Okay, so that means you have to add a pink sky. So take this as a challenge and try to do this by yourself. Okay, so what that means is you have to go to the codes and duplicate the if block and select pink ball and pink sky there. But you haven't created the pink sky earlier, so you will have to do that as well. Try and see if you can do that by yourself. If you have any doubts, ask in the comments and I will answer them. Also try to add a purple ball and a purple sky and do the codes for that as well. And see if you can challenge yourself and complete the project by yourself. I hope you had fun doing this project. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like and comment on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tutorials.